zone. No mistakes from Stefanovski. And a little bit wide there from Jose Rodriguez. Looked as though he'd struggled to bring the car back to the apex, but he manages to do that. Hasn't lost too much in the way of momentum. But he's not close enough now into this braking zone, that's for sure. And there just is no way through there. Petter Rickley. He's ahead of Annette Georgi, so Rickley moves up to 9th, Georgi down to 10th. We didn't see the move, but I can assure you they've changed positions, because starting that lap, Rickley was in 10th. I think Jose Rodriguez needs to get the kitchen sink out here, because Igor Stefanovski is going to defend with his might, and they both go through the chicane. That's a case of Stefanovski braking too late, electing not to turn in. Jose Rodriguez using the car in front as his braking marker. So if the car in front brakes too late, so does he. And they both make their way through that last chicane. A little bit clumsy from those two, but nevertheless, there they are in the background. And still it is Igor Stefanovski ahead of Jose Rodriguez. What a great story to be for Rodriguez if he can get on the podium in front of his home crowd, his first European touring car race. But I'm sure Stefanovski's not going to let that happen. And I'm sure Norbert Nargi's going to have to think of something pretty inventive to get past Petter Fullin with all his experience and skill. Not your conventional street circuit, this, very quick in parts, but that doesn't necessarily lend itself to overtaking. Here's a nice cambered corner onto a long straight, and they'll move through a left-handed kink, but then the course goes left into a braking zone, into a chicane, and the nature of the racing line here through this left means that there's just no way past for the car behind. Unless you're pressurized into a mistake. Rodriguez still trying to put Stefanovski under pressure. Stefanovski goes into that corner very, very early. And Nagy with an unconventional line into the penultimate corner too. Filling the mirrors of the race leaders, Seat Leon, Petter Fullin's car, with his green and white and black liveried Seat. Stefanovski very late on the brakes there, missed the apex, hasn't hurt him on the run now down to, or I should say up to turns 5 and 6 through the fast kinks, turn 3 and 4. This is turn 4 now into turn 6. And everything crossed for Petter Fullin. The Krennic Motorsport crew with their fingers crossed, and the Zengo Motorsport crew praying that Norbert Nagy can get through. Of course, he started on pole position, lost that in the opening run up to turn 6. And Nagy's never really managed to get a good run on Petter Fullin. He's kept him honest throughout. But the penultimate lap here, very much like the previous 10 laps that we've seen. Fullin under pressure, but not crumbling. I was wondering how long it would take before the lights came on. Norbert Nagy now adopting desperate measures, flashing the headlights. I don't think that's going to rumble the two-time champ. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. Deja vu for the battle in third place as Jose Rodriguez elects to pop through the chicane for the second time. And I tell you what, if he passes Stefanovski now, that's not cricket, and that is a disaster for Stefanovski. Well, Jose Rodriguez, in my mind, only got that run on Stefanovski because he cut the chicane. He didn't drop back in behind Stefanovski, and then he hit Stefanovski out of the way. Jose Rodriguez, for me, doesn't deserve that third place. I know that's a big call, but he only managed to get up the inside because he cut the chicane. It'll be interesting to see what the stewards say, but I cannot see Rodriguez keeping that place. For me, they'll swap that back around, but only time will tell. We're on to the final lap now. All eyes on Petter Fullin. He's got another 4.785 kilometers. Look at this, Stefanovski now is, well, I have to say, Rodriguez did drop behind, but it's suspect, it's really suspect. It's a bit closer to call than I originally felt, but for me, that is really suspect because Rodriguez got that run because he cut the chicane. But it'll be interesting to see what the stewards say. Rodriguez now into third place. So the Portuguese on debut in front of his home crowd, hunting for a podium. He's managed to get that, but will it be Rodriguez or Stefanovski that gets that in the classification? Petter Fullin still ahead of Norbert Nagy. And look at the tension now in the pit lane. Through into the final sector, Petter Fullin just needs to find a braking spot without making a mistake. He's been imperious throughout. Norbert Nagy, this is really the last place where you can pass. This is where the contact happened between Stefanovski and Rodriguez a lap ago. Nagy not close enough. This is going to be Petter Fullin's to lose now. I can't see Nagy pulling his way through. And Petter Fullin is going to cross the line to win his third race of 2017. A great run from the two-time champ ahead of Norbert Nagy. And that incident that I was talking about between Rodriguez and Stefanovski will be investigated. So Petter Fullin, the Czech star, across the line to win ahead of Norbert Nagy. Jose Rodriguez on the podium ahead of Igor Stefanovski. And now we look at some of the battles further down. This is Chris Johannes Schreiber, who's laps and laps down. So this just really is a test for the second race for Schreiber. That's not for position. Fabio Motta with that damaged car, the Portuguese star that started 12th, crossed the line in 5th, I think. And then it'll be Plalem Kralev rounding out the top 6.